Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome to the 10th of January 2025. Today we're just going to be sketching one pair of glasses on our wonderful muse Tameka Walla, and you can follow Tameka on Instagram here at Tameka Walla Art. You can get all of these daily references at the Discord server link, which is in the description down below. And if you're watching the replay and it's no longer active, that link, then just get in touch with me, ask me, I'll update the links. Hi Hanamarie, Kiki, Shannon, nice to have you here. We had a very ambitious drawing session yesterday, and the focus has been glasses the past few days. How's everyone coping? Enjoying all of the glasses that we've been drawing. I feel like if something is challenging and difficult, it's a good idea to do it. So we have been drawing lots of glasses, and I'll just show you what we did yesterday. Hi Marina, Michael, Cassidy, it's great having you all here. And if anyone else is here and watching, say hi in the chat. It's nice to communicate and know who's here. And if you're just silently here, that's okay too. You're also welcome. Hi Annette. Right. Here is my sketchbook. So I'm filling this sketchbook. Maybe I'll fill it. Maybe we'll just keep going, streaming, and I'll just keep filling this sketchbook. This was yesterday's drawing, which had 9 pairs of glasses. And there was a comment that someone left after doing it, saying that after all those glasses, I don't have to be afraid of glasses anymore. And that's the idea. So I'm just going to make sure nothing falls off of my easel while I'm working, including jars of ink and iPads. And how's everyone doing? What are you up to today? Yes, that's a very good point, Cassidy. There will be glasses in more extreme perspectives. That is something we're going to do. Like when it's like this, and it's like all compressed and in perspective, and it looks totally different, because that can be pretty challenging. And we shall do exactly that. But today we're going to draw these awesome glasses here. Let's do it. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. That doesn't mean this is going to be a 10-minute portrait, but I hosted a 1-hour session for Let's Face It yesterday, and so did Shannon, who's here in the chat. And in these loose, quick sketches, actually the last one, the 6-minute one that I did, was one of my favorites. And I always kind of, there are interesting things that happen in these. Here we go. This is the 6-minute portrait I did last night. And this was after an hour of sketching, and then this one worked. And often the looseness, not always, but I feel like something happens, it comes to life in this kind of impulsive, I've got to do something, I've got to start drawing. And there's often something really interesting there which can be elaborated upon. So I'm going to set a timer. Maybe I'll set a 6-minute timer, see what happens in 6 minutes, and probably keep working on it. And I'm going to put it here. Is this here? Here. All right. Red, like the red glasses. Let's do it. Does anyone else have any wishes other than Cassidy? Things you would like to see and experience? I may fulfill your wishes. I'm just going to make sure this is not going to focus on my pencil and hand. All right, now we can start drawing. Let's go, let's do it. Shannon, pretty fun yesterday despite me throwing away all of the preparation I did. Tell us about the preparation you did. It was pretty fun, it was good. And it'd be interesting. What did you prepare? You could reuse that preparation for some other incredible event. Okay. So I'm going to start with the glasses. I don't know if these need too much talking about after the glasses we've been doing. They're almost frontal. There is this interesting kind of tilt in perspective. It's not a super strong like exaggerated, warped perspective, but there is a bit of distortion going on there. And we can see there's this cool piece of, let's just go straight over here. There's this bit of like everything that's going on in here in the lens. I like that kind of stuff. You want me to draw Tolling? He has glasses, he does. Take a photo of Tolling, he's coming over, right? It's something with some interesting perspective. And we'll draw Tolling. Hi Talha, Ulverine, Marina missed the LFI live from yesterday. It was for Let's Face It 25, and I think there'll be a replay. Shannon just live streamed and made notes and practiced being calm, and then lost your notes and said, frick. Oh, yay. Oh, that's what you meant by preparation, all the live streaming. Yeah, but I'm sure it was of value. The live streaming. There was some good live streaming. There was also challenging live streaming, wasn't there? But it's good. It's good. It's a thing. This is really cool. The bright, the transparent lenses are very interesting. We've got the eye is nestled right in the top of this. It's like just within half of the frame here, which is interesting. All of that eye is right here, just in a very small kind of space. Tameka is also from the Kanyo reference sharing community. And there is, in the Discord server, there's also a reference sharing chat where some people have shared some reference. Nice to see your contribution, Cassidy. Anyone who wants to share stuff there for other people to draw, and anyone who wants to share their work and get the daily references before the live streams, or just to work through the daily references at your own pace, they're all over on the Discord server. It's a fun space, and people are coming over and checking things out and saying hello, sharing their social media, mostly Instagram actually. But yeah, it's cool. It feels good. Things are happening there. And it feels good to... It's been wasn't it? Starting to take YouTube seriously, as well as encouragement of my dear sister Claire, was just the desire to kind of diversify away from Meta and all of the services they offer that many are beholden to, which have their good sides. But yeah, having the Discord server, I feel, is a very, very focused and calm space to share things, and it's good. Oh yeah, and speaking of not having all the eggs in one Meta basket, you could sign up to my mailing list. The link is in the description. And I'm doing a webinar on the 19th. This is all getting a bit too close, too tight down here. Oh well. I'm doing a webinar on the 19th, and I will be sharing to my mailing list about it again. And so yeah, definitely sign up to my mailing list if that's something you're interested in, and my mentorship, which is coming up, which I'm excited to have some of you in. And yeah, I look forward to working together with you there. So all the opportunities to draw together mentorship, webinar, workshops, tutorials that I release, all this stuff I share about in my mailing list. So I'd love you to head on over there and sign up. So keeping in touch is not subject to the whims of Meta. And there's a lot that can be said about that. But that's what I've said. I have said a lot. We've got a minute left. How's everyone doing? Oh, there's chat happening. When we reach the 6-minute mark, I'll read the chat. look at this drawing. I feel good. There's a lot happening just within 6 minutes. Sometimes I set no time limit and I just feel like, I don't know, it doesn't work all the times, but sometimes it just seems to be a driving force, or maybe it's habitual now that I've spent 5 years doing these time portrait sketches, to be like, oh, time's ticking, go, go, go. All right, that was 6 minutes. Time for a drink, time to read what you're saying. Talha says hi to Shannon. Have conversations with each other in the chat too. That's really nice to see. Shannon's reactive. My speech and our conversation is now relaxing background, ambient soundscape. So yeah, we'll keep drawing. That was the first 6 minutes. I'll set another 6 minute timer and see what happens. So now I put all these lines down and can start thinking about some value, perhaps. What are people up to on the weekend? We have new friends coming over, a classmate of Icon's and his whole family, 4 kids, 2 parents. They are all coming over here tomorrow. And there's snow. If it snows some more, a lot of the snow has melted, but the snow has been a great thing. Clear and cold. Holly built a snow person, and today we gave it a carrot nose and raisin eyes. And I found I did some pruning of our hedge. Hedge trimming, which gave me thorns and scratches. You may have noticed the blemishes on my hands and arms in my live streams. And there were branches that had like at the end of the branch, there were a lot of branches coming out like this. And so I pruned them, and they're like these hands reaching out from the snowman. That was pretty cool. Wolverine, what do you miss? You miss snow? Be nice to have a bit more snow. Be nice if the world wasn't heating up so fast. Be nice if people were in a healthy relationship with this wonderful planet that we live on. And it's still possible. I think it's all looking pretty bleak and dire, but a lot of things just need to drastically change. And then it could be better. There's someone I'm hoping to draw, who I got in contact with, who has been sharing about indigenous fire practices, I think in California. And this is something I'm very familiar with from Australia, that when the Europeans came over to Australia, all afraid of fire, they'll put out fires all the time. And the first peoples of that land, so-called Australia, had over many generations developed a way of living with fire and the land, and in a healthy relationship, using fire to fertilize and for pest control. And when the Europeans went to that land, which now most people refer to as Australia, apparently there are records of how it looked like park gardens, and it was so beautiful, and it was just like this paradise, and they just ignorantly thought that's how it is. But it's because of the relationship that the people had to the land, who were there, and they were co-living with the land and caring for the land and creating that abundance and fertile paradise. And then the Europeans didn't understand how to live with fire and the land and put out all the fires. And in the year of my birth, there were huge fires because there hadn't been, like, every fire had just been put out because of fear of fire. And then there was so much fuel after so many generations, well, actually not that many generations of people putting out fires. There was so much to burn. And of course, the conditions for burning with raised temperatures are getting better, but that's also a lot. It's not just all unpreventable. It's a lot of bad choices and bad land management and hoarding of water, and there are so many resources available, and if they were applied in a life-affirming way to protect life rather than end it, then I think there would be great potential for having a thriving, beautiful planet to share. So not all hope is lost. It just looks very bleak and desperate and apocalyptic. But if this person who I got in contact with, if they say yes, then I hope to be joining them, because they shared a post and had really cool glasses on. So I was like, oh, this is a cool message, and those are cool glasses to draw. So we shall see, perhaps in the coming days, if they reply. Hi, Gabriella. Toto. Montreal. Wolverine worked in Montreal for a year, and there was so much snow. Yeah. When I hear things about Canada and snow and winter and maple syrup, I just think it's like a fantasy wonderland. Becky, who comes to Tuesday Drawing sometimes, is from the Yukon, which is like where it gets so cold, and there's it's just like another world. Pretty amazing. So that was the second 6 minutes. 12 minutes. I feel pretty good about those 12 minutes. Sometimes it's surprising what can happen in a short space of time. That's why we do lots of 10-minute portraits together. And the more practice we have, the more of it we do, the more we've done. And it doesn't always draw itself, but sometimes when things are in alignment, if we've been nourishing ourselves, spent time with nature, got fresh air, I'm sure that helps in being able to draw. And it's so nice to take the time to draw together, to take a moment away from the news of the world, not to be ignorant of it, but to realize that we can create and do something positive and beautiful alongside everything else that's happening. It's all happening, it's all there, always at the same time. So thank you for joining me here and doing this together. If anyone loves this so much that you would, as well as giving me a thumbs up on this video and being active in the comments, ask me questions now. I'm about to stop, and then I could answer any questions you may have. But if anyone would like to support me beyond those lovely thumbs ups and in a monetary way, I have a Buy Me a Coffee and also Patreon. There are links in the description. And on Buy Me a Coffee, you could just buy me one coffee or a few coffees. Or on Patreon, you could buy me a coffee every month. You could just set it up so that we could have a coffee during these live streams. We could imagine this is the coffee that we partake in together. And I also do pretty much monthly videos. I'm working on something at the moment, a plan for the year for Patreon. which is going to be really cool to have a vision, a plan for the year. And that's a cool space, and apart from thriving on the exchange that we have here, which I do, I love it, and I love seeing all of the work that you share. Having coffees in my bank account also helps me justify all the time I spend doing this to my family. I like this. This worked out well. Thank you very much, Tameka, for having such awesome reference. And everyone go check out Tameka on Instagram. These glasses were just so cool. There was not a lot to talk about after all of the glasses that we drew in the past. Maybe I'll spend a few moments more with the glasses. A celebration of these glasses. And please sign up to my mailing list. So whatever all of the what would I even say? The untruth, spiteful, conversation encouraging social media empires that we're all somehow plugged into, whatever the whims of them may be, that we'll be able to keep in touch, because I can send you emails if you sign up to my mailing list, and I can tell you about things when we can draw together, for example. And I'm sure in the coming days I'll be talking a lot more about my mentorship and about the webinar next weekend, Sunday the 19th, at the time we started drawing here, because that's going to be really fun. We're going to be focusing on leaning into lightness, which I think in general is nice to be able to kind of tap into and be aware of it being an option, and how we can playfully practice our drawing, and through letting go and embracing the unknown, that we can find our way through and be able to draw a face and enjoy the experience playfully. Because sometimes it's not playful, sometimes we can have a lot of expectations, and it can get us down. And it's okay. It's nice to have a drive, a desire to want to create something that reaches some kind of undefinable, elusive expectation of who knows who. It's nice, it's important to have those expectations too, maybe, because they kind of give the drive to create something. But being able to just enjoy the process and play with it, even if it's not working out how you want. Because so many things in life may not work out how you want, and being able to still be present and playful is important. So that's what we're going to be drawing about in the webinar, and I'd love to have you there. I put a post in Instagram today, and I'll be sending it out to my mailing list again, the invitation to join. There will be a replay for 10 days, not 10 days, 3 days. I have this concept now. 3 days after the webinar, there'll be a replay available. So if you're not able to be there at the specified time, you'll still be able to watch the replay. But it will be a live-only event with a replay, not like this, which will live on as long as people can see my stuff on YouTube. All right, thank you, Tameka. No other questions? Just awesomeness, nice ones, yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. Drink plenty of water. It's important to stay hydrated. What a blessing that we have access to clean water. I presume and hope that most of you do. All of you, actually, I hope that all of you do. I hope everyone has access to clean water, because we need it. We're made of water and stuff. Thank you for being here. You're all great, and I would love to see your work. So tag me on Instagram, tag Tameka, and if I can eloquently do this, I will put the Discord link in the chat. And if you're not already in the Discord group, now's your opportunity. Link copied. There's the Discord link. Follow that link. Join the Discord server. Share your sketch on the daily reference chat. You don't have to share your work, but if you do, that is a good place to share it. And I love there that people are just sharing all their work. And sometimes it's interesting when people say, I really don't like how this turned out. And then other people are like, oh, but that's really cool. Look at that thing that you did. That's cool. And so community and learning together in general, and just being aware that we are doing this together, I feel like is so special and important. And by sharing there together, we can build each other up. Even if you're silently just watching what everyone's doing, we're all part of this together. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Superstar Lewis, your Sir de Champ that you shared is so cool. And thank you for everyone and all that you share and the time that we spent together here. See you again tomorrow. Oh, you'll see me. Let's draw again tomorrow.